Hi, I'm Anil Padipalli. Today, me along with my teammates are going to discuss about software requirement specification for prediction of heart attack using machine learning. This document was prepared by Anil Padipalli, Stravya Samineni, Gautam Meneni, Vishnu Priya Gottipati from West Nila University. Starting with the table of contents, here we have 6 parts. First one is introduction, second one is overall description, third one is system features, fourth one is external interface requirements. The fifth one is other non-functional requirements, and the last one is other requirements. Let's start with the introduction. The purpose of this document is to create a software requirement specification for prediction of heart attack using machine learning. This document explains the application and the fulfillment of class requirements. Prediction of heart attack using machine learning is a desktop application which is based on prediction of heart attack for individual use. Coming to the document conventions, the conventions used for this document based on our instructional guidance is Times New Roman font with 12 point and the spacing is 1.5. The same conventions will be followed throughout the entire document. And MS Office 2010 was used for building this SRS document. Coming to the intended audience and reading sessions, the intended audience for this is for the class in general and testers out of the class as game progress follow along to the fruition. The tester should focus on sections 2 and 3 with optional reading of section 4. The whole SRS should be read by the initial audience of the class. This document is not final. This is just the starting of version 1 of it, and the project scope is the software used for this is Anaconda Spider. Um, the Spider is used for Spider is a Python development tool, and the programming language used is Python. Python is a high-level interpreted, interactive, and object-oriented scripting language. Python is designed to be highly readable. It uses English keywords frequently, whereas other languages use punctuation and it has fewer syntactical constructs than other languages. Coming with the references part in the introduction, the following are the references used for this application. One is the documentation for Anaconda, which is available at this link, and dataset used for this is heart attack prediction, which is taken from the Kaggle repository. Thank you, and the rest of the document will be continued by our teammates.
I'm Venkata Vishnupriya Gottipati. Today I'm going to talk about the overall description of software requirement specification for prediction of heart attack using machine learning. It is a standalone desktop application using machine learning which allows its users to check their chance of getting the heart attack. Some of the product features are enter list of attribute values and attribute value ranges. Users enter the attribute to check their health condition, and also user can check the range of their attributes as well. Uh, User classes and characteristics. It is helpful for any user who wants to check their heart condition. Minimum experience of using desktop application is required by an user. Basic computer knowledge is required to use this application. When I talk about the operating environment, it runs on operating systems such as Windows, Mac, Linux. Best part of this application is it is completely offline and no authentication mechanism is provided. Uh, when I talk about the design and implementation constraints, this application is designed and developed using Python and Anaconda. One of the constraints of using this application is it requires only Windows 10 operating system. Uh, when it comes to user documentation, user manual is available for prediction of heart attack using machine learning. A few of the assumptions and dependencies are it is assumed that user knows how to use an Windows, Mac or Linux operating systems. The rest will be continued by our teammates. Thank you.
This is Shravya Samineni. I'm going to explain about the system features. In the system features, there are three topics: view, results, attribute range value, and close window. where each topic has three subtopics. They are description, stimulus response sequence, and the functional requirements. Coming to the topic 1, it's an view results. In description part, we have to enter the list of attribute values and click on submit button. And in the part 2, it is stimulus response sequences. User must open the application by tapping on the application icon on desktop, and app loads the user interfaces. And coming to the functional requirements, there were three requirements. User should be able to open the applications, and requirement 2 is about the user must enter the attribute values, and requirement 3 is about the user must click on the submit button to view the results. And coming to the part 2, it is about the attribute range values. Coming to the description part, user should know the range of list of attributes. And stimulus and response sequence, user must click on the help button. And coming to the functional requirements, there were two requirements, and one is help button should be visible on home screen, and exit button should be visible on help screen. Coming to the third part, it is closed window. In description part, user must close the user interface or window after viewing the results. And coming to the stimulus and response sequences, user must open the application and the list of attributes are displayed. And coming to the functional requirements, there were two requirements. User should be able to click on the exit button, and the requirement 2 is the program will close. The rest part will be continued by my teammate. Thank you.
Myself Gautam Meneni. I'm going to discuss about external interface requirements, which explains about the interaction logic between software and user. It has four types: user interface, hardware interface, software interface, communications interface. The user interface is designed using Python tools. Most of the interaction with the application will be keyboard based. User will start the application by tapping on the icon of the app. It also has three buttons: submit, help, and exit. When it comes to hardware interface, the application uses the keyboard and mouse hardware interface. When it comes to software interfaces, application runs on Windows 10 or above. The application needs to access it local directory for retrieving data from the dataset. When it comes to communication interface, there are no communication required for prediction of heart attack using machine learning.
The next topic is other non-functional requirements. In this, we define the system attributes such as performance requirements. In this, there is no performance requirements of node. And coming to the safety requirements, there are no specific safety requirements. And coming to the security requirements, there is no security requirements. Coming to the software quality attributes, the data displayed by the application should be always be consistent according to the user input.
When it comes to requirements, as of now there are no other requirements. And coming to analysis models, there are two types: use case diagram and activity diagram. In use case diagram, there are two actors, admin and user. Admin will collect the attributes from dataset and build the model and will predict the result. User will give the input and view the result. And coming to activity diagram, initially system will collect the data and is divided into training dataset and testing dataset. The training data is given to algorithm and it is forwarded to evaluation. The evaluation is done by using the testing data and the model is built. The user will enter the data and view their results. Thank you.